So here, a piston and cylinder machine contains a fluid system which passes through a complete cycle of four processes. During a cycle, the sum of all heat transfers is minus 170 kilojoule. The system completes 100 cycles per minute. Complete the following table showing the method for each item and compute the net rate of work output in kilowatts. Okay, so here if you look at the unit, so here whatever is given is in kilojoule per minute. What is watt? Joule per second. So kilowatt is going to be kilojoule per second. Okay, so they have given you in minute. They are asking you the net work output in kilowatt. So everything else you can write in kilojoule per minute. When you compute the net work output, it should be in kilowatt. Okay, so you can look at the processes also. AB, BC, CD, and DA. It starts with A, it ends with A. So it is a cycle. Okay, and here also they have given very clearly that it is a complete cycle of four processes. Okay, and additionally what they have given is summation of Q when added together is minus 170 kilojoule. Please be very careful. Here in the table, everywhere the units is kilojoule per minute, but when they have given you the value of summation of Q, it is minus 170 kilojoule and not kilojoule per minute. Okay, so these are you have to be very careful with the units. So though this problem is very easy, sometimes students overlook these units and they end up getting a wrong answer at the end of the problem without looking or concentrating on the units that is given in the table. Okay, so now I'm going to ask your fellow friends to solve this. So considering process AB, so for the solution process AB, can you give me the first law of thermodynamics for AB? Process AB. How will you write process AB in terms of first law of thermodynamics?
QAB equal to
Yes.
del AB plus WAB.
Delta UAB plus
AB.
WAB. Okay. So here they have not given delta U, they have given delta E, which means they have generalized energy. So we can also write it as delta E. So can you substitute it QAB? Q is given as 0. Delta E is something you have to find out. W is 2170.
2170
Okay, so what is delta EAB?
minus 2170
So minus 2170 kilojoule per
kilojoule.
minute. Okay, that is very important. The unit is very, very important. So what does this minus sign mean? We are talking about change in internal energy, change in
Decrease.
energy.
It is decreasing.
Very good. So the energy is decreasing. Thank you. So thank you, Akshay. So now in the table, you can write this as minus 2170 because they are asking you where uh, showing the method for each item. So I am writing that. Okay. So if this is not given, you can simply write this value alone.
QBC equal to
Yes.
QBC equal to delta E BC plus WBC program process.
So what am I supposed to find out here?
Internal energy BC sir.
Okay. So QBC is
QBC
21,000.
10,000.
Delta
Internal energy
work done is 0.
0 sir.
So delta EBC, what is the value?
Positive 21,000
Units.
per kilojoule per minute sir.
Very good. Thank you.
Next, Q CD equal to
Yes.
del E CD plus
Yes.
WCD.
Okay. How should I
QCD
substitute the
will
values?
minus 2100, sir,
Okay.
equal to del ECD. Sorry, sir, minus 36,600 plus WCD.
So what is the value of WCD?
Minus
This 36,600 will come to the other side. So this is
yes, sir,
positive.
minus 21.
So this guy should be
34,500
units.
kilojoule per minute.
Okay. So this guy here is 34,500 kilojoules per minute. Okay. I'll write it so that after finishing summation of Q, I'll ask you. Okay.
Okay.
So summation of Q, or you can also write Q net, which means net heat transfer. This guy is nothing but adding all the terms QAB plus QBC plus QCD plus QDA. Okay, but where you have to be careful is this guy is given in kilojoule and not in kilojoule per minute, whereas all these guys are in kilojoule per minute. Okay, and how do I convert kilojoule per minute into kilojoule? It is, if you divide it by 60, you will get it in kilowatt. But my question is, how do you convert kilojoule per minute to kilojoule? So this is an open question. Can anyone answer? How do I convert kilojoule
Sir,
per minute?
cycles per minute, sir.
Okay. So what should I do?
Sir, for 1 minute it is completing 100 cycles, sir. So
Yes.
21,000 in BC 21,000 it is for 100 cycles, sir. So we have to divide by 100, I think. Sir.
Very good. Okay. So but for this particular problem, we are supposed to find the answer in kilojoule per minute for dA. So let's convert this guy summation of Q into kilojoule per minute. Okay, they have given summation of Q as minus 170 kilojoule. Okay, so to convert it to kilojoule per minute, I'll multiply this guy with 100 cycles per minute, which will give me the answer in kilojoule per minute, which means minus 170 followed by 2 zeros, so minus 17,000 kilojoule per minute. Is that okay? So I can write this guy as minus 17,000. QAB is 0. QBC is 21,000. And this guy is minus 2,100 plus QDA. So now you can take your calculator and you can see, so minus 17,000. So this 2,100, if taken to the right hand side, it becomes positive. Then I have minus 21,000, which is minus QDA is minus 35,900 kilojoule per minute. Is that correct? Is my calculation correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is minus 35,900. So if you add these three, you should get minus 17,000. Okay. So now I have given you the sample of finding out the value of this. Not able to comprehend how to solve it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. What about first law of thermodynamics applied to a cycle? How will you represent first law of thermodynamics applied to a cycle?
QDA equal to delta E dA
No,
plus
no, 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 no,
W.
no, 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 no. For a cycle, I'm not talking about a process. For a cycle, For a cycle, what did we say? Summation of Q is equal to,
Summation of work done.
yes. So for a cycle, summation of Q is equal to summation of W. So this is a cycle. It starts with A, it ends with A. Harshavardhan, is that clear? So
Yes,
your
sir.
summation of Q should be equal to summation of W, which means this minus 17,000 kilojoule per minute is also equal to summation of W because it is a cycle. Okay, so which means here the summation of W, this is equal to minus 17,000 kilojoule per minute again. So Harshavardhan, can you now tell me what should you do to get the value of WDA?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me, what equation should you write now?
WDI delta W
Please,
is equal
please be a
to,
little bit louder.
so delta W is equal to WAB plus WBC plus WCD plus WDA.
Okay, very good. But it is not delta W, it is summation of W.
As
Okay,
summation.
summation of W is equal to WAB plus WBC plus WCD plus WDA. Okay, so this guy is minus 17,000 already, and this guy is 2170. The second guy is 0. The third guy is 34,500, and the fourth guy is whom we are supposed to find out. So WDA, you can just compute it in the calculator.
Minus 53670.
Very good. Please repeat the answer. Minus.
53670.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So minus 53670 kilojoule per minute. So I can write this over here. Can you now tell me
Yes,
what
sir.
is the value of delta EDA?
Sir,
I will give you one condition. You should not use, you can use QDA equal to delta EDA plus WDA. That will give you the right answer. But I don't want you to use that equation. I want you to use some other equation. Justin, are you listening?
yes, sir, I'm listening, sir. But we can use that first law of thermodynamics now, sir.
You can use, but I don't want you to use it. There is another method I want you to, if you can grasp it, I just want you to try what is the other method. The clue is cycle. Summation of Q over a
Yes, sir.
cycle equal to
Summation of
summation of
energy is
W
equal
over a
to
cycle.
0, sir.
Very
E1 plus
good.
E2.
Very
Yes.
good. Very good. So summation of delta energy change delta E is equal to 0. Okay, so you can add all these guys plus this equal to 0 and get the value of delta EDA. So can you just give me the answer for it?
One second.
If I don't find space to write it.
17,770, sir.
17,770.
770.
So are we done with this problem?
Net rate of work output, sir.
Very good. So there is one more question to be solved. They're asking us to find out the net rate of work output in kilowatts. Okay. So now we have net rate of work output in kilojoule per minute. So all that you have to do is divide this minus 17,000 by 60 and write the answer in kilowatts. So when I write it, it will be clear to you. In 60 seconds, work input is minus 17,000. For 1 second, work input is minus 17,000 into 1 divided by 60. Is that okay? I don't know who asked it, but now it should be, is it convincing? Is it convincing,
Yes, sir.
guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is 283.33 minus 283.33 kilojoule per second or kilowatt. Okay, so shall we check the answer? Okay, so I have not given it in the form of a table, but the final answer is minus 283.3. And someone gave this answer 17,770, and all these answers we have got. Okay, is this very difficult? First law of thermodynamics, simple addition and subtraction, for which people are giving you 11 marks. The only thing where you have to be very careful is identifying whether it is a work input, identifying whether it is a work output, whether it is a heat input or heat rejection. That is what is important. Apart from that, it's very, very simple. So I hope when someone tells you thermodynamics is difficult, you need not agree with them. Simple addition and subtraction. Who would say that it is difficult? The only thing is you need to know the concept. If the concept is known, it is going to be very, very easy for you. Is that okay, guys? Shall we move on to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So all these problems I have taken from Engineering Thermodynamics by BK Nath. If it is a regular class, an offline class, by this time you would have moved to 4 or 5 problems. But then Sachin, I have to deal with your problem also. So let me finish this and then I'll switch over to that problem, because I have to open a separate PDF and then I have to explain it to you. Okay, so bear with me. So this problem over here, the internal energy of a certain substance is given by 3.56 PV plus 84. Be very careful with what is being represented in the equation. The equation they have said, this is the equation that is given, 3.56 PV plus 84. What is this U? This is in kilojoule per kilogram, not in joule, but it is in kilojoule per kilogram. P is in Pascal and V is in meter cube per kilogram. Okay, so that is very important. So they are substituting the pressure in Pascal and the volume in meter cube per kilogram, but the answer is in kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, a system composed of 3 kilogram of the substance expands from an initial pressure of 500 kilopascal and a volume of 0.22 meter cube. So they have given you the initial pressure of V1, they have given you the initial volume V1, and they have given you the final pressure P2. You can see that there is a change in pressure, so it's not a constant pressure process, and the volume in which the pressure and volume are related by PV to the power 1.2 equal to constant. So this is like the equation PV power m equal to constant, which is a polytropic process. Okay, they have given you the equation PV power 1.2 equal to constant, so n is equal to 1.2. Now the question is, if the expansion is quasi-static, find Q, delta U and W. In another process, the same system expands according to the same pressure-volume relationship and from the same initial state, but the heat transfer in this case is 30 kilojoule. Find the work transfer. Explain the difference in work transfers in part A and part B. Don't worry about this. Subdivisions B and C will come back later, but let's solve this. Okay, so the given details, what are all given? First, they have given you an equation of the form 3.56 PV. I am writing this because this is how you should also write. So that is why I am also writing it once again. P1 is 500 kilopascal. It is always good to write it as 5 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Okay, 10 to the power 3 for kilo, and there is another 2 zeros over here, so 5 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Volume V1 is 0.22 meter cube. Pressure P2 is 100 kilopascal, which I can write as 1 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Let me erase this guy. And one more thing is they are related by the equation PV power 1.2 equal to constant. Okay. They want us to find Q, delta U, and W for the process. It's not a cycle, it is a process. They have given you the equation, they have given you that it is a process, so you have to use the formula Q equal to delta U plus W. Okay. Now, how do I find Q? How do I find delta U? How do I find W? None of them is given directly. This is an open question. Can anyone tell me how to find work transfer first? Very simple question. How to find work transfer?
With that equation, PV to the power 1 by 2 is equal to 0.
That is a general equation. How will you find work transfer for that? Which formula will you use? Either the general formula or the polytropic work done formula?
So first we have to find the volume. For that, we will be using that PV to the power 1 by 2. That is P1 V1 to the power 1 by 2 is equal to P2 V to the power 1 by 2.
Exactly.
From there, we can find volume. After
Yes.
that, for work done, we'll be using P2 V2 minus P1 V1.
P2 V2 minus P1 V1, that's all?
Yeah.
No.
By 1 minus 1.
By 1 minus
Yeah.
N.
1 minus. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so now you guys have figured out how to solve for work done. How to find out heat transfer or how to find out change in internal energy. Can anyone tell me that? So here they have given you the value of U. For an equation, they have given U. They have given you P1, V1, P2, and just now you told me you can find out V2 also. So when you substitute P1, V1 here, you will get U1. And when you substitute P2, V2 here, you get U2. So delta U is U2 minus U1. Okay. And if you look at this, one more thing which we missed out in the given details, which none of you told me, it is composed of 3 kg of substance. So the mass is given. So here what I find out is the change in internal energy, which is actually the change in specific internal energy. Okay. And so I have to multiply it with the mass to get delta U. So capital delta U is mass times small delta U. So once I know the value of delta U and W, I can get the value of the heat transfer, which is Q. So shall we solve that? Okay. So for W, we have to find P2 V2 minus P1 V1 by 1 minus N. What we don't know is this V2. We know the value of P2, we know the value of P1 V1, N is given as 1.2 from the equation, and what we don't know is V2. So what we have to do is we have to write P1 V1 power 1.2 equal to P2 V2 power 1.2. So we have already discussed this. It is no harm in writing P1 V1 power 1.2 equal to P2 small V2 power 1.2, or you can also write P1 V1 power capital V1 to the power 1.2 and capital V2 to the power 1.2. The thing is, both sides it should be meter cube per kilogram, or both sides it should be meter cube. No harm in replacing small v with capital V, but it should be done on both sides. Okay. So once you write it like this, so for P1, it is 5 into 10 to the power 5. P1, it is 0.22 whole to the power 1.2, which is equal to P2 here is 1 into 10 to the power 5 multiplied by P2 to the power 1.2. So now V2 to the power 1.2. You can cancel out this 10 to the power 5 on both sides, and you will have 5 into 0.22 to the power 1.2, and getting it 0.22 to the power 1.2 multiplied by 5. That gives you this value, and what I require is V2, which is this guy. What happened? 1 divided by 1. Sorry, there is another 1.2 inside. This power 1.2 whole to the power 1 by 1.2. Okay, so this guy to the power 1 divided by 1.2. So that is 0.8412. 8412 meter cube. But here they have just given 0.22, so we can also restrict to 2 decimal places. We can simply write 0.84 meter cube. Okay. Whatever is given in the problem, you can stick on to that norm. Nothing, no harm in that. So you can substitute this in the equation over here. So P2 here is 1 into 10 to the power 5. Volume V2 is 0.84 minus 5 into 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 0.22 whole divided by 1 minus 1.2. So this will give you some value, and we have just used meter cube, so you will be getting in joules. So let's check this. 1 into 0.84, so that guy is 0.84 multiplied by 5 into 0.22. So this guy is negative. In the denominator also you are going to have negative, so it will be a positive.
Sir, we can't see what you are writing.
The slide is not visible? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. I'll share it again.
Sir, it is visible, sir.
Sir, it was visible, sir.
Okay, anyhow, I'll do it again. Now is it visible, guys? For those who said it's not visible? Someone said it wasn't visible. For you, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now this guy, we have 1.3, but we also have 10 to the power 5. This 10 to the power 5 is common, so I didn't take it in our calculation. So 1.3 into 10 to the power 5, which means excuse me, 130 kilojoules. Okay, so that is the work done. Am I having the correct answer? Has someone else solved it, or are you getting the same answer? If you have solved it, you can give an S. So this is the work done that we are getting. So now let's check with internal energy. So this guy is 3.56 PV plus 884. Okay. One thing what we can do is because we have this constant 84, but it should not be a matter. We can multiply with mass over here. So U into M equal to 3.56 PV into M plus 84 times M mass. Okay, so U into M will be capital U. and this would be 3.56 P capital V, and 84 multiplied by 3 will give you the value of the constant. Okay, so simply when you you can't convert small v to capital V without changing or incorporating the change for this 84, the constant value. Okay, you have to be a little bit careful over here. Or if this process is very confusing to you, I will recommend you to divide this mass, divide this volume V1 by mass and get small v1 and then substitute it in this equation. Is there any problem in my conversion? Is there someone who doesn't understand how the small v became capital V and how this 84 was multiplied by 3? Is there someone who is not able to understand this?
Sir, V in M is okay, sir. M, how did it come, sir? M as 3.
I'm replacing, I'm multiplying with mass everywhere. This is
Okay.
specific internal energy. This is specific volume. So to convert this specific internal energy to internal energy, I should multiply it with mass. அது புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So I can't just multiply with mass only for this specific internal energy. ஒரு பக்கம் multiply பண்ணனா எல்லா பக்கமும் multiply பண்ணனும் இல்லையா? So we are multiplying with this mass everywhere. So this specific internal energy becomes internal energy.
Okay.
This specific volume becomes volume. And this constant is also multiplied by mass, so it becomes 84 into 3.
Okay, sir.
The value for mass is 3 kilograms. That is given to us in the problem. System composed of 3 kilograms. So adanal we are multiplying with that. இங்கேயும் அந்த மாசால multiply பண்ணிருக்கோம், but we are converting it into internal energy and we are converting this small v to capital V. You can either do it like this, or for everyone, I'm saying for everyone, you can either have this equation or this equation. ஒருவேளை எனக்கு இந்த மாசால மல்டிப்ளை பண்றது கஷ்டம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா what you can do is you can write this equation 2 times like this. U1 is equal to 3.56 V1 plus 84. Then U2 is equal to 3.56 V2 small v2 plus 84. இந்த மாதிரி ஈக்குவேஷன் எழுதிட்டு இந்த ஸ்மால் v1 நம்ம கிட்ட இல்ல, நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய v1 வந்து கேபிட்டல் v1 தான் இருக்கு. கேபிட்டல் v1 is how much? 0.22 meter cube. So v1 divided by mass. Okay, so 0.22 divided by 3. So that is somewhere around 0.7 07 வரணுமா? 07 தானே? 0.7 தானா? 0.7 தான். 7 3s are 21. Then you have 0.73 meter cube per kilogram. Okay, so small v2, capital V2 divided by mass. So that guy is 0.84. 84 divided by 3. So 0.23s are 6. 24. 8 3s are 24. So 0.28 meter cube per kilogram. So in the values idla substitute பண்ணலாம். So you can substitute P1 V1, but இங்க வந்து என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? U is in kilojoule per kilogram, P is in pascal னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. But this guy should be in kilopascal அப்படி நினைக்கிறேன். Only then, because this guy is in kilo, only if this guy is in kilo that will match. Okay, so you can check that